boastful. He's I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him. I'm pity with him.
Speaking bad about my company, I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I work hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my companies.
They said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes.
Manny Pacquiao has taken aim at Floyd Mayweather, calling out his alleged $500 million scam and reckless spending. "I pity him," Pacquiao said, acknowledging Floyd's boxing skills but blasting his obsession with materialism, flashy displays, and the belief that wealth defines worth. Pacquiao urged Floyd and the public to value principles over possessions, hinting that true legacy is built on character, not cash.
Beginning of this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
It's kind of, yeah, he's boastful. He's I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him. I'm pity with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah. I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think sometimes, he kind of reminds me of like a lot of people are like this, by the way, including myself. I'm not just saying him. I'm including myself. The man who goes up to Jesus and says, "What should I do to get into heaven?" He says, "Sell all your belongings." And he walked away crying because he couldn't sell his belongings.
Exactly.
I feel like that sometimes too when I'm working for my wife, or I'm working for my family, but then the conviction of like, all right, you got to make sure you're doing it the honest way, the right way, the loving way, not the cheap and easy way. Sometimes people, they try to do both.
There's a discipline, a balance, like discipline, control yourself. Like, for example, you're earning money. So what I did is like, I help the church. I give the 10% to the church, helping the church to run and establish more churches. And the 10% separate to help the poor people, building houses, giving a sustainable livelihood, like that. Just manage the financial.
Mayweather has denied all scam allegations, calling them completely false. For the first time in his career, he says he's taking legal action, filing a $100 million defamation lawsuit against Business Insider, naming Insider Incorporated and reporter Daniel Geiger in the New York case. He insists the media is targeting him unfairly to tarnish his reputation and destroy his legacy.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
As rumors swirl over bankruptcy and alleged scams, Pacquiao doubled down, criticizing Floyd's focus on exhibition money over boxing legacy. He suggested Floyd's arrogance is catching up to him, stressing that true champions show humility, not wealth flaunted with diamonds, jets, and constant self-promotion. Real legacy, Pacquiao said, is written in quiet deeds, not loud displays.
The fighter is, I believe his name's Conor McGregor, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen him? And if you have, what do you think of that? Just him as a fighter and then that whole Mayweather wanting to fight him.
I don't want to make the story.
You can be modest.
I don't want to make the story big and the issues big. So I just want to. I want to keep my mouth shut.
For years, Mayweather has projected an image of flawless financial success, but IRS records tell a different story. While Floyd publicly claims his taxes are settled, official documents suggest he still owes millions in unpaid taxes. This isn't a clerical error, it's a significant liability. The gap between Floyd's public persona and reality is stark, leading many to believe his brand is more carefully crafted than financially truthful.
Imagine getting a letter from the IRS saying you owe millions in taxes. That is how Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by the IRS in 2022. Floyd had some issues with his taxes for the year 2017. The government checked his tax return and found a problem. So they informed him about it on February 2nd, 2022. He claimed a big expense of about $14 million that he says he paid for legal expenses. The government didn't agree with this expense and said it was a lie. So they said he owed about $5.5 million more in taxes because of it. They also said he had to pay an additional $1.1 million in penalties for making mistakes on his tax return. That was how Floyd got KO'd into the hot water with the tax authorities. Comment on the word free below this video and I'll send you access to a free call where you can discuss your tax situation with the most experienced attorney and get the best possible recommendations in a few minutes. Make sure you're following so you can receive the link immediately after your comment.
In recent years, Floyd has relied heavily on exhibition matches as a revenue source, often backed by big-name sponsors. Some of the most profitable have come from cryptocurrency companies eager to use his fame. But controversy followed. Critics argue he failed to fully vet these ventures, promoting questionable or risky projects to his fans. The pattern, they say, is clear: profit over principle.
How you know investing in crypto is the cool thing to do right now. So Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just had their fight. Logan went 8 rounds with the 50-0 Mayweather, but look at their shorts. So first of all, here is Logan's shorts that he wore. He had Blockfolio as a sponsor, which, you know, we all track our portfolios on Blockfolio, and he also had Superbid. Superbid is some kind of random coin that sponsored Logan. And their whole website right now is just about how they sponsored him. But let's take a look at Floyd's shorts. Floyd Mayweather was sponsored by Ethereum Max, which is just some random ass coin that paid Floyd to put them on his shorts. As you can see, it's one of those 0.00 shit coins. It's down 10% even after the promo. So I obviously don't recommend buying any of those coins. But you can see that Floyd and Logan were both sponsored by crypto companies, which is honestly pretty cool for an event this.
Mayweather's crypto controversies have intensified calls for tighter rules on celebrity financial endorsements. When someone of Floyd's stature backs a project, fans often see it as legitimate. Yet, many of these ventures have been unstable or outright scams. His repeated involvement has fueled concerns that unregulated endorsements are leaving consumers vulnerable.
People executing these scams are like anon people hiding behind a Pepe avatar. And of course, there's a laundry list of famous influencers: Logan Paul, Kim Kardashian's David Dobrik, that have all endorsed these absolute shitcoin scam casino rugs that leaves their investors high and dry because they paid them a bunch of money up front and maybe they didn't know any better because it's such a nascent space. But I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist. Now everybody knows Floyd's an opportunist. He's an entrepreneur. He likes to make money. He always has money, talks about money. That's his shtick. That's his persona. That's fine. You can make money. You can be a hustler. You can get paid a bunch to box, do whatever you want. But you got to draw the line.
Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn praised Floyd's in-ring brilliance but criticized his shift to low-risk, high-payout exhibitions, suggesting it may be driven by necessity rather than passion. Without big pay-per-view events or major sponsors, Hearn hinted that Floyd might be using exhibitions to stay financially afloat.
Well, I like Eddie. So one day, somebody, because you know I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money, that's why he doing exhibitions. Eddie don't believe that now.
But Eddie will say some shit like that.
Eddie will say some shit. But no, one thing. But don't worry about that. But me and Eddie got it clear. Didn't we, Eddie?
Yeah.
One thing. Me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20.
Anything less. Can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I just show Eddie some of my account. Eddie, hold on.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter. You know what I'm saying? Two hungry fuckers for money.
Adding fuel to the rumors, 50 Cent mocked Floyd's property claims, questioning whether the high-value real estate Floyd flaunts is even in his name. The jab came at a sensitive time, feeding public suspicion that Floyd's wealth might be more performance than reality.
Did Floyd Mayweather make a good real estate deal? Let's break it down really quick so you can understand. Yes, the fuck he did. Let's start off with the purchase price. He bought 1,000 units for $402 million. What's the math? 402 million, let's say 400 million divided by 1,000 units. That's what, people? $400,000, okay? Follow me. Now, rent in New York is about $3,000 to $4,000 for a 2 or 3 bedroom. Crazy, I know. That's how they living though. Now keep up. 400,000. What's 1% of 400,000? All right, that's $4,000. In real estate, there's something called the 1% rule, which means if something is 1% of the purchase price in rent, that means it is a cash flowing possibility opportunity. So he has a cash flowing property straight out the gate. I'm not going to mention the hundreds of millions of dollars in tax exemptions he will get for this property. It's a win for Floyd. He doesn't lose.
MMA analyst Chael Sonnen offered his own theory. Floyd's problem isn't lack of income, it's uncontrolled spending. From high-end cars and jewelry to gambling, Sonnen believes Mayweather's lifestyle is unsustainable, warning that even immense wealth can't survive constant excess.
Any chance that Floyd Mayweather actually steps into a UFC octagon or some cage somewhere and takes in MMA fights?
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works. When you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money, if you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be...
Mayweather changed boxing promotion forever, turning villainy into millions. Fans paid to see him win or lose. But over time, that image blurred into reality, overshadowing his skill. Logan Paul, who fought Floyd in an exhibition, posed a blunt question: if Floyd is as rich as he claims, why keep doing low-stakes exhibitions? Paul's point suggests Floyd might not be fighting for fun, but for funds.
Now he's fighting Deji? Is he broke?
Sports analysts argue that Floyd's post-retirement choices profit him personally but give little back to boxing. His match with Logan Paul may have been lucrative, but it did nothing to elevate the sport. Instead of mentoring young fighters, Floyd seems focused on keeping the spotlight. Deji, another exhibition opponent, recalled Floyd's hypersensitive reaction to a casual fan comment hinting that beneath the bravado, he remains deeply affected by public perception.
I'm not asking how much, but did you get paid at least some of it up front?
Yes.
Okay. Because obviously Logan, when he fought, he keeps talking about how he still doesn't get anything.
Yeah.
And now you have fought him.
Yeah.
You got some of it at least.
I mean, I just have better, better manager, agent, all of that.
Although you may not have done it if Logan had just been paid, right? Like maybe you needed Logan to.
No, it's because it's like, remember when I fought Vinny Hackett?
No, yeah, true. No one at that event got paid.
Everyone apart from
you and Gibb, right?
Yeah, me and Gibb, we got paid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Shout out manager. I don't know, can you say his name?
Yeah, say his name, yeah.
Shout out Lim.
Chiverano.
Man like Chiverano.
Floyd's brand is built on wealth displays, private jets, million-dollar watches, and designer wardrobes. But when someone's identity is tied entirely to possessions, any financial downturn becomes a personal crisis. If the money fades, so could Floyd's sense of self.
Sonnet isn't alone either. The financial lawsuits, unpaid jewelry bills, and the crypto scam lawsuit haunting his name. The money brand seems to be leaking from all sides.
Yay! Yay!
Untouchable wealth in boxing. Turned luxury into a lifestyle. Nicknamed money into an entire identity. The private jets and million-dollar shopping sprees. Image are beginning to show, and they're growing faster than anyone expected. Mayweather is broke, but no one's openly saying it yet, except his old rival.
Wow. I don't understand. Why the need to package these things Africans, black people do, packaging. They appear to be, why do you want to appear to be rich instead of be rich? I'm not into this. I mean, you just propaganda. It's just said he bought 400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again. It's not physically possible. It's not an asset. He's gonna go bankrupt soon. But anyway, I wish him all the best. It is what it is.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned.